Here we go.
My parents came from a different
Culturally,
country.
you were taught what?
I was taught, be successful, earn money. Like, this is why my parents came to America.
Uh-huh.
And they were.
And what culture is this?
My family's from Thailand.
Culturally, that's your family, because I can go find a YouTube channel where a man is talking about his Thai wife and everybody's in love.
People gon' say I'm crazy. Don't worry about me, I'm just blazing. My dance moves are excellent and with precision. Get down, baby, you can't stand in a dance competition. Glistening, flashing like a spotlight, shining like a diamond party all night. Tell me you love me, I wanna see the stars, eyes wide shut, then meet me at the bar. Up on my spaceship, bet you can't catch me. You lames ain't ready, cause I'm the greatest. Just sit back and watch me. Yeah. You ain't ready, you ain't ready. I'm coming through the room, turn the bass up. Y'all been sleeping on me, better wake up. Put your fly gear on, do your makeup, drop it real low, and pick it back up. Excellent, bustin' with the best of them, simply impressive, no worry and stressing out. I'm getting mine right now. Put your shades on and let me show you how. I'm on my spaceship, my spaceship, my spaceship. Bet you can't catch me. You lames ain't ready. You ain't ready. Cause I'm the greatest. Just sit back and watch me.
What up, Zoom Tribe? I just want to say what an honor it was to have the great Kevin Samuels mention me indirectly in that segment. Shout out to the Steel Curtain for sending me the clip. But then again, how did I know he was actually talking about Richie Mack, L, or Zoom to Thailand? Slow down, Travel OG. Let's hear what the comment section has to say. Either way, K-Sam, if you're watching, I would love to have you on Zoom to Thailand when you have an extra 5 to 10 minutes available, or even an hour. We have a lot to talk about. Sometimes I hear you quote from movies I was actually in. That means great minds think alike. And I would love to take what you and I are doing in these YouTube streets and take it to a whole nother level. Why am I saying this? Because I believe all of us are stronger together. Imagine if the best YouTubers came together and formed an alliance, ostracized the haters, and pulled up all the up-and-coming YouTubers that have the same real potential for greatness. Well, y'all, that was my plan. That was the original thought, like to try to get everybody together, come together, work together, grow together, be strong together. And obviously that dream is cut short for one of the people that I was really, really looking forward to working with, man. So for y'all don't know, the rumor is true. As I call him, the great Kevin Samuels has passed away. They say congestive heart failure. People are talking about Red Bulls. They're talking about, no one really knows like what the actual reasoning is. But I came on just to talk about it, to give the man his props, to have some of my friends and anyone else who wants to come up, if you want to say some positive things, because we don't do negative on Richie Mack and Zoom to Thailand. That's just not what we do. I just don't understand how, whether you like them or not, because everybody has their position on Kevin Samuels. Like, some people loved him, some people revered him, some people just checked him out for content. I called him our lawyer. I have like several episodes on Zoom to Thailand where I refer to Kevin Samuels. So it's not like I'm just now trying to jump on the bandwagon. Like, I really, I rock with a good 80% of his message. Now, the way he said certain things, I agree, they might have been a little abrasive, but the message was what was important as far as I was concerned. There's going to be a lot of people that come after him that are going to try to be like him and jump in his space, but there's only one Kevin Samuels. Ain't nobody else going to really be able to do that. There are going to be people that's going to try, but I don't see it happening, man. He's a once in a I called him the Moses of YouTube. He was leading us out of the darkness that we were in, dealing with all of the stress and BS of relationships with modern women. I literally in my phone have like several like quotes like that Kevin Samuels said. You know what I mean? That's how much I like rocked with his words. You know, I'll look for it in a minute after I bring Dre up. But it's just a trip, man. Like to because remember I'm in Thailand, so it's Friday morning. So I wake up, Gail at night. Shout out to Gail at night. Inform me of the news, and I was like, "Nah, you BSing, Gail. Ain't no way, not like that. He ain't supposed to go out like that." I'm like, "Damn, did somebody shoot him? Like, was some kind of hater do something to him? Like, what happened? You know?" But congestive heart failure, you know, that's another thing in the Black community, y'all. You know, my heart is got a little some timiness to it. I take prescription meds, blood pressure meds for my heart. So you know what I mean. That's why we can't take anything for granted, any time, anything. Like we cannot take life for granted because it's too short. You just don't know. K-Sam, in my opinion, I know he had to be making about $200K a month. Easy. He had the car he wanted. He had the apartment in Miami and he had all of the things you can ask for, and then boom, you're out of there. So a lot of us, man, I wonder what we would do if we knew that we only had 24 hours left. How would we live our life? What would we do? Would we make up with people? Would we squash beefs? What would we do? You know what I mean? How would we correct things before we leave and go to the next world, the next dimension? What will we do? How will we behave? So anyway, man, you know, my title was a little rough. I know El Guapo has said, you know, maybe the title's a little rough, but it was just like, but that's what it feels like, man. It's like, even if you don't like the dude, like, it's like, you know, can you just let him like rest? Like he's not, his body isn't even cold yet. And they already like, you know, it just shows you, man, that a lot of the cowards that like hide behind avatars and just wish bad on people, man. But then, but when he does it, y'all say he's too abrasive. But then when y'all do it, it's okay. Like that's the part I don't get. Like I'm just trying to figure out how this works, man. Is there a line drawn with respect and disrespect? Like where do we draw that line, or is there none? I think, you know, that's the thing that trips me out about the internet world. It's like, you know, people can become anybody and hide. They don't have to stand up. Like where I come from, Crenshaw and Imperial, it's like, you know, you got to stand on what you believe all the way to the end. You got to stand on it. And if you don't, somebody will make you stand on it, or you will get laid down. You know what I mean? But here it's like everybody control and do all their little goofy stuff. But I said, man, I just want to get a man his flowers, even though he can't smell them now. I'm just kind of in shock. Everybody's kind of in a fog right now. So I'm gonna bring up my coach, who this dude, like, I'm telling you, man, this dude, I mean, literally one of the best influential speakers, advisors, everything, man. I suggest y'all get a consultation with this dude, because I get the jitters if I don't talk to him in a long time. My first time talking to him was the first time today, and it's been a minute, but I'm glad I had a chance to talk to him, because he always gets me up when I'm down. Pause. He's just my guy, you know what I mean? He's a good dude. So let me bring him up. Andre Love, Crossing Borders TV.
What's up, brethren? What's up, brethren?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Let me get comfortable.
Yeah, man, get comfortable, man. We just ain't gonna be a long one, y'all. I know I always say that, but I got business to take care of out here. Me and Vitaly got some business to take care of, so I ain't gonna try to keep you too long, man. We're just gonna talk about K-Sam, his influence. I see you back there kicking dreams. Yeah, we just gonna talk and just get some thoughts. So Dre, you and I were talking earlier, man. It's like what are your thoughts on how people are just so disrespectful off top? Like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't get it, man. It's like even my worst enemy, you know what I mean? It's like I don't know if I could just do that. You know, that's kind of like what they call drill music, kind of like, right? It's almost like they drill music in them or something. Like we teenagers. Is that what's going on? What is it, Dre?
Even your worst enemy and your best enemies are still your enemies. Same situation with brother Kevin. I'm not surprised at all. They aren't doing anything but confirming his message to be true. He said that women with certain behavior will not get a six-figure man that they want. They are proving what he said to be true. Women with certain behavior. Look at this behavior that they're attesting to and creating with this hyena behavior. And they will not get the type of person they're looking for. Whether Kevin is here or whether he's passed on, like you said, to the next dimension, it doesn't matter. These women have come to the reality that they are, like I said, buy your investments in Petco and PetSmart, because these modern day women are going to buy up all the dogs. They're going to buy up all the cats, all the parakeets, all the pet iguanas, all the birds, because at the end of the day, hurt people do nothing but hurt people, and usually for the rest of their lives. And it's so sad. You got women from all ages that are putting so much evil into the Twitter sphere. So it's not just young ladies. It's not just older women. It's all type of women that are out there. But I can say this: there are as many women that are out there saying ill will things. There are more women out there that are defending Kevin and giving him his flowers. And a lot of women are saying, I may not approved of what he said, but I refuse to put that man down in his moment of passing. You know, like I mentioned before, women want to sit back and say hypocritically, and I think I got this from Kings and Dreams, shout out to him, that these women want to sit up there and say that Kevin was too harsh or that he was, you know, God don't like ugly. But they yet say something ugly about brother Kevin, which makes them hypocritical, meaning that what they're saying, if what they believe that what Kevin was saying will come back on him, then why is it that what you're saying won't come back about Kevin is not going to come back on you? That's hypocritical.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm glad. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm glad I was around for this, for these 6 years of Kevin. See, a lot of women were only around for the 1+ year of Kevin. I was around for 6 years when he was giving fashion advice, when he was trying to encourage men with the same bravado of getting your life in order. If you want to have that career, if you want to have a certain type of woman, guys, we need to do this, that, and this. You can't get her and still be the type of man that you were in high school. And women were nowhere around his platform. They could care less about a dude like Kevin Samuel. But the day that he said something about women and said, listen, ma'am, you're average at best. That's when the fire came out. And that's when all the women from all the woodworks came out. And to this day, nobody can attest that what he said was not a lie. No one has said that what he said about that woman was a lie. She was average at best. Even though she had 6 figures, there was so much about her that said by way of her personality, she wasn't average. She was literally average at best. He told her that this show was, the topic for this show is something other than what you were requesting. And she decided to just forget what Kevin's talking about. I want to talk about me. And he was like, since you want to talk about you and everything that you are and everything that you do and that you presented to me so far, ma'am, you're average at best. And a lot of the hyenas don't want to admit to themselves. That's what's going on, Richie. They just don't want to. They don't want to admit that they are average at best, and they will never, ever be a part of that. Receive that 10% of Black men that are 6-figure and high value men. You will never see one ever, other than television. You'll never see
Damn.
one at your kitchen table. You'll never see one in your living room, ever.
Damn, Dre, hey, that's some cold hard truth. You know, it's funny when I think about, you know, Kevin Samuels, like the first person I really like, one of the first people I think about is Luke Hazley. You know what I mean? It's like Luke Hazley is like, that's who I found out who Luke Hazley was watching Kevin Samuels. Like Luke Hazley's always been one to like support everybody. Now, I mean, you got to remember, like I'm small fry. Like, you know, Kevin's way up here, and Luke Hazley will drop in on anybody and show love and support if she rocks with you. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I can just imagine what Luke Hazley's feeling, because I know she's lead attorney Kevin Samuels. Luke Hazley is in that mix.
Right.
You know, I even think she was a mod for Kevin, if I'm not mistaken. Luke Hazley, man, if you want to come up, man, I would love to hear from you. I know I'm not putting any pressure on you in that, but I would really love to hear your thoughts. You know, I had a nice long conversation with Gail this morning. Gail at Night. Shout out to Gail at Night. Y'all go subscribe to Gail at Night's channel, man. Gail. Now, I'm telling y'all, and this is word, like when Gail does her live or does her thing, y'all need to all be there, because I know Gail, if anybody has a front row seat to all this stuff, is Gail. Now I know Gail didn't work as a moderator for Kevin Samuels, but she's definitely #1 moderator for Lead, #1 female moderator for Lead. So you know, Gail's gonna have I'm really excited to find out what's gonna happen with Gail. But back to the title, Dre. The Hyenas. Now, when I say hyenas, and make sure I'm clear, so you know, hyenas can be anybody, any kind of bottom feeder type of person, whether it's male, female, color. And to me,
that's to you. We're gonna stop sugarcoating it, Rich. Come on, let's go. Let's take these glasses off. A hyena in the animal kingdom is the reason why they say it about the female hyena, because in the animal kingdom, the female hyena is actually larger in presentation than the male hyena. The female hyena actually has a matriarchal in society. Even as a youth from birth, the female hyena will actually eat the male hyenas just just so that there is always more female hyenas than there are male hyenas. The male hyena is only used for hunting and making sure that more offspring comes along. So other than that, the reason why they use the term hyenas about these modern day women, because at the end of the day, modern day women only want 3 things. And I say this about any group of modern day women, whether it be the Karens, whether it be the sisters that's the modern day, or whether these egotistical Latin women that think that they're better than the ones back in their home country. They want you to provide. They want your money. They want that. They can talk about everybody else in everybody in the country, talk about getting your money. That's because they want your money. They want your protection. Something go bump in the night, they want you to be 6'3" giant. They still talk about they want a 6-footer. They want your protection. And they want your demise. Brother Smith. Yeah. Brother Smith, come on. Ask Brother Smith, who's just who finally filed for a divorce today, which announced today that Will and Jada are finally filing for that divorce.
You sent that to me. He filed or she filed?
I don't know. That's why I say, brother, Will and Jada have finally filed for that divorce, are going to be filing for that divorce. It was all over the different news networks, so major news networks. And then we heard about Brother Kevin, but Will and Jada have decided to separate in regards to marriage. Will right now is an Indian anyway.
Okay, good.
But my point is, a hyena in your house will destroy everything. Hyenas are made in the animal kingdom to destroy everything. There is nothing that the hyena is made to build. The hyena is like the vulture on the ground. The vulture destroys and eats the carcass of everything. There is nothing that the vulture creates. So it is with the hyena. The hyena doesn't build, doesn't help, doesn't keep the ecosystem going. The hyena is there to destroy. And a lot of times the hyena is just like the vulture. It will eat off the dead carcass of the leftovers. Damn. And usually, once again, female hyenas also are successful when they are in packs. That's another reason why they call the modern day black woman a hyena, because not all black women are hyenas.
You going there? You going straight to the black woman?
But that's what they're using it for. But me, I don't use it for that. I use it for the Karens that's causing the trouble out there for the white brothers. I use it for the modern day black women, and I use it for the egotistical Latin women that actually thinks that because she has beauty, that she has that she's better than her culture and her family back home in their home communities. There are Latin women that think that they're the Miss It, and they're Karens that are out there, white girls that's causing troubles, and so it is with many of the sisters too.
So the hyenas can be anything.
Hyenas,
Okay, I'm just making sure. I want to make sure you was singling out like one particular race, because I use hyenas in a sense of slang.
Not me. I talk about all of them rolled up into one, and it's not all women. A majority of women in the United States are good women, and like I think I was mentioning to you earlier, it's sad that a lot of men are going to end up with some of these hyenas, and when they finally leave them, they're broke and broken. And when they finally do meet a good woman in the United States, he's so broken, he can't be good to her or to himself. Damn. And so she never gets a chance to have a good man because a hyena messed that man up.
Damn. See, I was using it as slang. Like when I talk, I talk slang. But Dre, you gave a valid definition of a hyena. So it's not just one particular race. It's just that mind state, actually. It's a mind state to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What you're saying, man. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with a lot of what you're saying, man, because to me, like I was saying, hyenas are like bottom feeders. They're just people who just kill or be killed or kill just to be killing. But, But look what Sean Miller says. How we handle Kevin's passing will set a good example for the next generation.
Absolutely.
Well, we're not setting a good example right now, Sean. I mean, I was hearing, and I haven't even read it. Remember, I'm just waking up. It's morning in Thailand here. Y'all going to sleep over there. It's not morning now. It's almost noon here. But I'm just like I'm hearing about all the negative stuff. And it's like, damn, like, how can people be so cold? That's the thing. That's the thing I don't get at all. Yeah, man. Lotus City still can't believe what's going on. We can't. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I said, man, I'm not gonna make this long. I'm gonna bring you up. The first lady done stepped up and said something. When when Andrea like says something, I hear it in her accent. This is so sad, See, I was telling Gail, like what I do in sad situations, I try to make light. Like I try to make jokes. That's just how I deal with pain and suffering and sadness. I try to find light somewhere or humor somewhere.
I do too, brother.
Yeah. I was telling my friends about my cousin in Chicago. He's a jokester, right? So we're at my uncle's funeral, and my uncle's there. Everybody's in the funeral home, soaking and crying, and I'm sitting there. We sad, and my cousin's like, he just with a straight face. He just said, "Man, that's effed up, man." I said, "Yeah, you're right, cuz it is effed up, but we're gonna see him again one day, man." He said, "I ain't talking about that, man. He got him in that fucked up looking suit, man. He hated that suit." A little crowd of us started laughing in the funeral. People looking at us like, "What the hell y'all laughing at?" He was like that too. Like, shout out to my cousin Rick. Like he's like that. He'll make a joke and be serious. Don't laugh. Don't smile it. So that's kind of where I got it from. Man. Just trying to make light. Yeah. He was focused. I see you laughing, Kings. It's true. That's what happened. It was the funniest thing because he said it with a straight face. Like, yeah, man. He hated that fucking suit. He said it like that, and it was funny, man. So I laugh to keep from crying. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm just laughing to keep myself up because I try to stay in a positive, happy mode for this reason. This is why people say, "Oh, you the Kevin Samuels of travel." People saying, "Are you happy? Why don't you tell people about the bad things in Thailand? What you do this?" This is why. Because tomorrow is not promised to anybody. So nobody. I choose to live my few minutes in a happy space. Period.
Absolutely correct.
I want to leave your minutes in your space like that. Go ahead. But me, I'm sliding into my casket. They ain't pushing me in. I'm sliding in. I'll be able to do everything I've ever wanted to do. Travel lots of the world. I've done a lot of things, so I don't really have a lot of regrets. And I know tomorrow's not promised. So everybody handles their poison in a different kind of way, man. You know what I mean? So Kenneth defeated the army and disrespect him after he died. He was punished for it. Serves as a popular cautionary tale. Yeah, Sean, you're right. You're right. What's Luke Casey have to say? I had to uninstall my Twitter account after seeing the awful stuff. Wow. Luke Casey, they going in that hard?
They going that
I
hard,
haven't
brother.
seen any of it. Just like I was talking to Dre
She's
earlier.
correct.
I was talking to Dre earlier. Dre was like, Rich, Dre, you stop me if I'm lying. Dre's like, Rich, man, I was looking at your thing, and 70% of the people that rock with you, man, well, there's 30% that be going in on you. And I'm like, I don't even see it. There's only like one, maybe two channels I've like seen say negative stuff. And it's like, dude, I just laugh. You know what I mean? Because most of those people ain't never left the country. Most of those people are in their little four-corner room staring at cameras like a Scarface record. And it's like, so I don't really pay it no mind. You know what I mean? I just choose to be happy. So, I just look at this. But Luke Hazley, you got to say how miserable. This is what we mean by hyenas, Luke Hazley. This is a classic example. She has to uninstall her own Twitter to get away from the hyena.
The negative energy. It's sad that we can't let one of our own brothers, and I was saying on the last live stream, when it comes to a certain group of women, the reason why that there won't be another. This is the part that they're going to miss out on. There won't be another Kevin for a while to tell you the steps in the blueprints of how to get that good man.
Right.
There is nobody else that's gonna tell you. Me, I already told you. I ain't telling you ladies nothing. I'm telling dudes to get their passports and go to the other side of the world. And if you want to be with a sister, find you a sister on the other side. So you don't want Andre ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell the brothers in suits. I'm the Marcus Garvey. So you ain't got me. All the other guys gonna criticize you for being women. They're gonna put you down and talk about, well, if you don't get a man by this age, you're gonna end up this and end up that. So you ain't gonna get nobody else who's gonna tell you how to get a six-figure man, how to get a respectful man. And here's the other part that's not gonna come along. If you do get men to tell you how to find a good man, ladies, they won't be the high value man that Kevin was. The brother was so articulate, college educated. He had a fraternity, a team of individual counselors in his fraternity that made sure that he was always on point. He was one of the top executives for a corporation when he was with Office Depot for years. The brother when he came on YouTube, he was not a broke brother. At the same time, the brother will always have suit Saturdays to get the men to be the men that you ladies deserve. He spent 5 years on YouTube in the shadows, just talking to black men as well as others to be the men that you ladies deserve to have. And at the same time, when he passed and when he started talking to you all he was trying to do was help get the community together. And so at the same time, the example that he showed, you're not going to get that anytime too soon.
Right. That's fact.
He checked off too many boxes. See how many boxes I just spoke of with Kevin? He checks off too many boxes of what you're looking for in a high value man. He was literally that. And you didn't take advantage of it. Right. And there are so many women that's going to miss out on the fact that they wish that it was a Kevin Samuel to tell them how to get a good man instead of the type of man that they're going to end up with if they get a man. And that's why I say get you some stocks in Petco and PetSmart, because there's going to be a lot of women over the next 20 years buying pets.
Absolutely. They really, my biggest takeaway from Kevin Samuels, I was speaking with Gail at night earlier. Oh, shout out to Chapapa TV. I see you, Chapapa. Gail, you can drop the link for Chapapa TV, man. I heard him on a stream with Dre and all that, man. That was really, really good, man. King and Dreams, they were all on there, man. That was a great stream. I was really, really impressed at Chapapa TV. I subscribed to Chapapa TV. So shout out to you, brother. All
right. Shout out to Chapapa.
Yeah. what I love the most about Kevin Samuels, besides his message, obviously, like I said, I agree with 80% of it. I'll stand up 10 toes down on that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women, I lost friends over being, a Kevin Samuels supporter. I'm still 10 toes down. 80% of what he said, I rock with him. Hey, it is what
Absolutely.
it is. But what I liked about Kevin is that they tried to cancel him. They tried to talk bad on him. They tried to go after his family. They tried to find dirt. They tried to do everything, and he just stayed laser focused on his
Stay
message.
laser focused.
They called him gay. He cracked jokes, played with it a little bit on his episode, and then broke it all the way down. Like it was almost like he was built. He was built for this. A lot of people ain't built for it. Yep, he was built for it. Like he was ready for the smoke and broke it down. And the funny thing is, and somebody chimed in, especially the K-Sam haters, like, can y'all show me one episode where somebody actually like got the better of him based on the points that they make? Because I never seen it. Like I never seen a woman come on and get the better of him and making points. I just never seen it. So I'm really interested to find that out if y'all got that, since the hyenas is howling. I need to see an example, because what we do as men, we do things logically a lot of times, right? So we look at logic. So we can't go with emotion as much as logic, because emotion don't get us nowhere but our ass will. Men can't be emotional. We have to be logical. So logistically speaking, I have not seen that. Not to say it hasn't happened. I just haven't seen it. So if y'all got that example from me, please let me know. Other than the tone, once again, that's an emotion. I get it. But if you go in the Army, the sergeant going to yell at you too to get you in shape. That's what happens a lot of times. Sometimes you got to beat it in somebody, not physically. Sometimes you got to beat it into somebody for them to understand, because a lot of times when you watch Kevin's videos, he was telling them, he starts off polite. He don't just jump off going, shut the. He starts off polite. He calls them ma'am. He's very polite. And when they keep giving pushback, eventually he starts to get frustrated and then do his thing. I'm not saying it's justified. I'm just saying there was a method to that. But I'm looking for somebody to show me where he has some bad stuff. But Sean Camp, one of my supporters, the Hyenas did the same thing when Charles Tyler passed away. They talked down on him, the same way they're doing Kevin. I didn't even know. People always talk about Charles Tyler. Dre, you gotta send me a link. People say,
yeah, I gotta see Charles Tyler. His channel's still up. Charles Tyler was the original dude talking about brothers need to go ahead and get their passports. Okay. He did short documentaries on it and everything.
Right. I need to see that, because every time somebody mentions him, I go, yeah, I got to check out Charles Tyler. I never had a chance to do it. I definitely need to do that. Nobody's in line for the truth. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Reese. Nobody's in line for the truth at all. The voice of one said crying, one said, what shall I cry? All flesh is grass, and all the goodliness thereof is a flower of the field. Okay.
Absolutely correct. Okay. Straight from the Bible.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I'm just going to read a couple of these. What time? So we're going to be off, and we only go off for 1 hour today, y'all. We ain't doing the 4 hour and the 8 hour live stream today, y'all. We're going to be off an hour. Dre got to get some rest. He got to do his stream in the morning. Y'all make sure y'all check out Dre. I'm going to bring up King and Dreams, so King and Dreams can give. I heard King and Dreams had a little what's her name today? Look at Los. Who's having one been in tails for weeks? Yeah. That's true, Los. Absolutely. King and Dreams, what's going on?
What's going on, man? What's going on, Richie Mack? My brother Dre, man.
What's up, King James?
Man, we just rocked out for 3.5 hours, man, talking about this, man. So a lot of the stuff that Dre was saying, he had said it in in our live, man. But thank you for having me. Unfortunately, this is not where I would like for us to meet at this time to talk about this, but it is something that we do have to address, right? So, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Condolences to his family, and Dre's completely right with the hyena reference. The things that I was seeing on Twitter, it was really bad, man. One woman said that, oh, Kevin Samuels died and I had a blueberry muffin. Like, really? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. I mean, but it's it's to be expected. It's to be expected, but it's just like the lack of respect, because if we as men were to do that, you know, if a woman had passed away like that, you know, we would be so canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't be. We wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't dare do that. But that's because we have a level of respect. See, the problem with, from what I'm seeing on the outside, from not living in America anymore, there's just in America, from what I see, I could be wrong, but what I see, there is no line. There's no line to cross or not cross. The line is nowhere. There's no line. Like me as a man, I'm gonna let you go so far before things get physical. I'm sure Dre feel the same way. King and Dreams, we're men. There's like a line. You know what I mean? You can say what you want. You make sure you over there. You do something. But once you come into a certain area where I feel threatened, I'm gonna have to take off, or you know, or whatever it is, because men deal with lines. You know what I mean? A lot of times, you know, there is no line with certain people, and that's the thing. Like, where's the line at? You know what I mean? Even hyenas wait they turn in line. They don't cross the line of, like Dre was saying, you know, the female, the leader, she eats first. The same thing with the lions. The lion, even though the females hunt the food, the lion come, he eat first. Then they eat. There's a protocol with every type of animal, and we are animals. We're just intelligent animals. We're the only ones that have no lines. Like, we want to be something that God made us something else. We want to be that. You know what I mean? We want to change everything and just blur all the lines. And that's, I think, in my opinion, is the downfall of humanity, because we don't have any lines. Like, there's, like, especially with the internet. It's the wild, wild west out here, Dre. It's the wild, wild west.
With the internet. With the internet I often ask people, what's the difference between a river and a flood? The difference between a river and a flood is a river has boundaries. A flood doesn't. It's the same body of water. It has the same strength to tear up or help. And yet the difference between the river and the flood is that, just like you were saying, Rich, a river has lines. It has boundaries that it keeps everything from going across. And when it comes to these hyenas, they have no boundaries. They have no morals. I was speaking on Kings and Dreams channel, and I was like, for men that are wasting their time trying to change these women, the hyenas, I'm not talking about the good women. I'm not talking about the average, everyday, beautiful woman in the United States. I'm talking about these hyenas that Kevin has had to deal with and try to dog train for the last year and a half. Don't waste your time. Get your passport. I keep trying to tell guys, life is short. It's not gonna. These women are not about to change in your lifetime. If you think the hyenas that you're trying to change are going to change in your lifetime, you and your kids and your grandkids will be passed on before some of these women change and become the type of women that good men deserve.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Luke Hazleys and Gail at Nights, that's for sure. So that's why I like to hear from Luke Hazley and Gail at Night, because they're females. I want to know their perspective, because men are kind of fed up. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? We're kind of fed up with what it is in the lifestyle. But it's like, how do you guys feel, Gail at Night and Luke Hazley, about what females are representing? Because that is indirectly a part of you guys. Like, so when men do goofy stuff, like if men were out crazy, kidnapping, you know, assaulting, doing all of that stuff, you know, us as men, we have to take that as men. But women, it's like I said, there's no. How do y'all feel about that, man? I really want to know. What's up, Keith Jenkins? Keith Jenkins in the building. Keith Jenkins in the building.
What's up, Keith?
Yep.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, T-Bob Mufuki? What's going on, brother? You good? What the women about Mr. Sam surprised me. Let me see. Okay, wait. Here's Gunmetal Guy USA. Nothing about the sayings from the women about Mr. Sam surprised me. He made a lasting impact. I think the cultural recovery he started will not get over the edge. They're drunk with power. Damn. Speaking of power, I see Baz back there. Baz, please don't tell me you crinkling. Let me go. Ladies and gentlemen, Baz without the crinkle. There he is. All right, let me give you Big Baz. Y'all know Big Baz is my music guy. He's my go-to guy. This dude has so much knowledge. He just finished Ramadan. It's over, right, Baz?
Oh, yeah.
You done? You done? You muted. That's why I don't hear the clicking. You muted? Let me unmute you.
All right. Salute panel.
There he is. There he is. Yeah.
I even got some footage and stuff for Ramadan. You know, it's so many different mixtures of cultures, background, languages. It's a fusion of every, you know, this is probably the only, you know, I can say the only belief system that I've seen every walk of life, from white to Arabian to every, you know, to Asian, to every walk of life that's praying, that's fasting, that's, you know what I'm saying? So I literally take video of that because I document it. You know, me growing up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So to see that many different cultures at one time in one place, you know, it gives you a insight on life, on what life is really about in terms of like harmony, racial harmony, as far as like, you know, the peace that we really need, especially in times like this.
Right. That's how you know God is love, man. That's why I tell you, man, I try not to get hung up on race as much. I mean, I'm black first, but you know, I try not to trip on that. Like I said, Kevin Samuels had all of it. He had everything. He had money, fame, everything. And he had a lot of haters too, but he took it with a grain of salt, and now everything is just gone. You know what I mean? It's like, man, come on, man. Life is too short for the BS, man. Luke Casey says he's absolutely on point about the hyena. Ooh, Luke Casey says she sided with you, Dre. Luke Casey says he's absolutely on point with the hyena description. I wish I could join you, but it's not. Yeah, okay. I got you, Luke Casey. It wasn't, but you can't be mad. I shot my shot. You know what I mean? I shoot the shot. I tried to shoot the shot. Yeah. I know women when a certain time of night, women when they be set down to get ready to lay down, they ain't trying to be all camera ready and all that. So I get that, but I appreciate you just tapping in and being a part of it. You're still here with us, so appreciate that love and support for sure. Sean Miller, listen to drill for a long time. The rappers that mock the dead usually have a terrible fate 90% of the time. Yes. It shows true character to respect the deceased. Yes. Sean is right. I tell people all the time, man, you might not believe in God, but you believe in karma because it comes back. So y'all don't have to believe in God if you don't want to, but that karma come back and whip you, whatever you want to call it, it's going to come back and get you. So he's right. Sean is right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Sean Miller, wrong. A divorce from Jada, point the finger back at her. Gotta happen because, okay, they must be having a Will and Jada. See what you started. Drake got the Will and Jada conversation going. Reese, I don't know where y'all are at with that, man. I'm just kind of clicking as I go. Yeah. Oh, the hyena talking part came from the angry man. Really? You know what's funny, man? It's like, I subscribe to Angry Man. I like Angry Man. I mean, I like a lot of.
I've been listening to him for a while.
What I like about Angry Man is that he can say Angry Man all he wants, but that dude is super intelligent, and he breaks it. He broke down a story about how he lived with his wife or his girl and her kids and tried to discipline them, and they kind of like similar to what you were saying, Bass. And he had to get out with little bit of nothing. And he did his thing, man. And the way he broke it down and told the story, it was like, you know, I got nothing but respect for him. You know, I even sent him a super chat. He didn't give me a shout out, but it's all good, Angry Man. I got you. We good. So yeah, okay. Shout out to Angry Man. Thanks, Choo Choo, for that. I did not know that. I heard somebody say it in a comment on one of the things. But yeah, man, shout out to Angry Man. Give him his props. The good woman, they need to corral the bad and make a change. But how do you do that? That's the question, Gunmetal Guy. How do you corral uncorrallable? Like if you try to corral, what's her name? I didn't think anybody be mad at her. What's her name? The one to tell the black woman they out of order. She had her own Ayanla. They came after Ayanla. It's like Ayanla Van Zandt had to throw her hands up.
You can corral sheep, but you can't corral hyenas. Right. I don't know a hyena farm. I don't know anybody that sat back and say, you know what, I corralled these hyenas and they doing what. Every once in a while, you might see somebody in Africa. They got maybe one or two hyenas they've been able to tame and train that they raised.
Right.
But for the most part, you ain't gonna see like 200-300 hyenas running like buffalo or running like cattle. You ain't gonna train them. And that I think that's the message that I'm going to keep on sharing. That life really is shorter than you think. And I was saying on Kings and Dreams channel, you guys that are going to be trying to take 10, 15 years to get these hyenas on track, you could have used that 10 and 15 years to get yourself on track to take advantage of your passport or at least spend time with the good women that are out there compared to trying to change and convert these hyenas. These hyenas aren't going nowhere long after Andre is gone. These hyenas, these women with this behavior pattern, because it's profitable. Why would they go back? Not one guy has told me one reason why should these modern women go back. It's so much money being made as long as these women are lonely. There's so many magazines, so many sex toys that are out there being made for the lonely woman. There's so many trips, girl trips that's getting money that's getting made for these lonely women. So many Harlequin romance books and movies, 50 Shades of Grey for all these lonely hyena women. It's too much. You know, the United States, once they get their teeth into something that's profitable, they're not going to let it go. Every man on this panel will be gone before those modern day self-centered women are gone. And I refuse to waste my time. And like I said, if it was up to me, I'd have told Brother Kevin the day that he's got. Now, economically, I'm with him in regards to the economics of these women. Hey, make your money, Kevin. I ain't mad at you. You blew up. I ain't mad at you. But me personally, Kev, here's what we're going to do. Leave them hyenas alone. Get your passport. There are over 4 million wonderful women in the world that will listen to what you have to say and move on, brother. You ain't got to put up with this no more. You do not. And I refuse to. I'm not trying to convert any other woman in the United States ever. No, never again. Unless, like my brother.
Ever?
He spoke to that.
Like my brother in regards to our religious belief, our spiritual journey, yes. I convert a woman that says, you know, I want to be a Christian, or I'm interested in Islam, or I'm interested in Hinduism. Okay, I'm with you on that. When it comes to sisters and they say, you know, we want equal rights and equal, I'm with you on that, sister. Police brutality coming against their young boys, their sons, I'm with you on that, sister. Converting you to make you marriage eligible, I'm done with you. I'm done. I don't have no time for it. I only got 30 more years on this planet. You think I gave you the first 50? You think I'm gonna give you the last 30?
Facts.
No.
You know, Charlamagne the guy said,
I can't do what Kevin does. I can't do it. It takes somebody with a bigger heart than I got to be the Kevin. Because I'm telling brothers, like I said, I would have told Farrakhan, we don't have to have a 1 million man march to the and Kings of Dreams heard me say it on his show. We don't have to have a 1 million man march on Washington. I'd have said, let's have a 1 million man march to every post office in this country and help black men fill out their passport forms. So when you get your life to that point, it would have been 1 million black men with passports. So whenever they were ready to travel to another country, whether it was just like on Ramadan, you decided to go to the Middle East for Ramadan, you had your passport. If you had the money and the opportunity, I would have told 1 million black men, let's go to the post office and get our passports. That's what I would have did. Because the March on Washington ain't done nothing. But I bet you with 1 million black men with passports, they would have sat up. They would have sat up straight and listened to what we had to say.
You know what's crazy, Dre? Right now, in the time that we're living in, they got this Roe versus Wade, right? The law.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to get black women on board with this abortion thing. But the fact is, abortion is killing more black men, more black babies than it is anything. So who has the direct control as far as hitting the button on that decision? So, you know, just imagine the amount of children that are lost, millions and millions and millions. That's our evolution. That's our justice, because you never know. Your children, once you get rid of the children are the future. That's what we've been told, right?
That's right.
Let the children be the future. Well, when you kill the future, this is what this is what we end up with. And then when solid men step up and start speaking on behalf of black men, they become ostracized. Yo, you get ready. You're gonna be crucified just like Jesus. So, that's the situation we find ourselves in. But I think it's gonna get better. I think we're gonna learn from this. I think a lot of brothers are gonna learn from this. It's gonna be a heightened attention on Kevin Samuel, and it's gonna be a lot of knockoffs to come up and try to do what he do. But you'll see that there's no replacing, you know, something that was genuine. Because when you genuine at what you do, like Richie and what, you know, what we doing, when you genuine at doing what you do, there's no replacement for it, because it's coming from a different place. It's not coming from, you know, the pockets. It's not coming from your bank account. It's not coming from clout. It's coming from a, you know, it's coming from his heart. Like you say, you watched him 6 years coming up. You know what I'm saying? So with them 6 years, you watch this elevation into him becoming the man he is. And at the height, just like Denzel told Will Smith, at the height of the peak of your success, that's when the devil comes. You know what I'm saying? That's when the devil arrives. So the brother is gone. May he rest, and, you know, may his family, you know, be able to deal with his situation, because that's just one portion. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, all of these people that's throwing dirt on his name, and they tell us in our belief, they say not to eat the flesh off your brother, meaning the dead flesh off your brother, meaning don't backbite when someone is dead, whether they was your enemy or whether they was a friend. You don't disrespect the dead, because once your soul leave your body, that body belongs to the earth. That belongs to God.
Earth, that's right.
So you can't discard or you know, you can't treat the body any kind of way.
Right.
You know
Let me ask you a question, Baz. Let me ask you a question. I'm Alex West says the mindset of black women is not worth dealing with. How do you feel about that?
Man, I just think that the women, you know, and I deal with my mother, because my mother is, you know, I love my mother. I love everything about her. I love, you know, even, you know, it's just that they're chasing a different reality. You know, they're chasing a success. They're trying to be successful. Black women, they're trying to be independent of black men. And that's where, you know, that's another struggle that we deal with. When you're independent of black men, what kind of mindset you take on? So when you go to these universities and you become educated, what kind of mindset are you taking on? So you taking on the mindset of the individual that's teaching you. So who's really teaching you? So when you take on that mindset, you bring that mindset back home. And now that mindset permeates over your family. And what it does is it rubs your kids, it rubs your sons, it rubs your people the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
But the question is the mindset, is it worth dealing with? Yes or no?
No.
Yeah.
Quickly. No. It's
okay.
The reason why I say that is because, I mean, you can spend, like the brother said, you can spend years dealing with it. But one thing you can't get back, you can't get time back.
Absolutely not.
You know, so once the time is gone and she decides to make another move or go a different route, you know, because I've been in situations like I've been married, and then it gets to a point where, okay, now I'm out of that financial, you know, hole I was in, and now they want to make another move.
Right.
And now it sets me back. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times divorce sets the man back. It don't set the woman back. She can move on and take the assets from the marriage and be able to rebound and get into another marriage or another situation. But we have to rebound from the things we lost, the time, everything. That's an investment.
That's
so
fact.
No, it's not worth it.
Gail, can you drop Big Baz's link, please? Do you know T bought me Fuki? Baz, I want you to know.
Yeah, I gave him a walaikum assalam rahmatullah wa barakatuh. I gave him the Eid Mubarak. I gave him all of that. So
okay,
yeah.
Does he have your information? Because he's somebody like I really want you to talk
he need to. He need to get my information. Matter of fact, I had put in the comments that Richie Mack, we had an offline conversation, and I think, you know, the realization of that kind of thing. Yeah, I need to kind of like really touch on that and get into that. And I thank you for even bringing a suggestion that I think that's something real that we need to, you know, that's something we need to address. Yeah, outside of the numbers and outside of the popularity of it, I just want to deal with it from a holistic standpoint. You know what I'm saying? We really need it. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. We running out of time because we gonna end this in an hour. Papa, I see you back there. Oh no, I'm just gonna read off a couple more, and I'm gonna bring you up. Dazzling Urbanite says salute. Can I say what Adrian says? Adrian, I'm gonna put this up quick, man, because I don't know. He said, "Send them before you bend." All right, I'm gonna pass that one quick, Adrian. Hey, Adrian, you know, we a family channel, ain't you? There are women in Twitter trying to flag K. Samuel YouTube videos now that he can't fight the claims. Wow. Gail at night, Luke Casely, can they do that? But that's what I mean by hyenas. Like they trying to hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, just like you say he can't fight the claims, that means just as many people can put up his content now without him going after you. Now maybe his estate can go after you, but I don't know if it's a bad idea or not to just keep reposting Kevin Samuels videos to keep his name going forever. I don't know how much trouble you could get in, but I'm gonna bring up Chapapa and let him talk about it. What's up, brother?
Yo, gentlemen, good evening. Thanks for having me on.
What's up, Chapapa?
Great, Kings, Richie Match, Bows, what it do?
Is it Chapapa or Chapapa?
You got it right the first time, Chapapa.
Okay, Chapapa. Okay, Chapapa. Where you from, Chapapa?
New York.
New York, but I hear an accent. I hear Latin.
It might be DR, it might be Brazil, it might be Colombia. I've just been all over the place. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, hey Gail, if you could drop Chapapa's link, man. He had a really good live. They talked with one of Dre's boys. I don't know if I should say his name. Kings and Dream. Everybody was like inundating him with like positive reaffirmation, but he stood his ground. I'll give him one of dude wrote it and said he listening like a champ. He listening like a champ, but he stood his ground, boy. Hey, no matter what y'all said, Chapapa, he was like, hey, but it might be all this, but and Dre was breaking down, man. It was a really good stream, man. Dre was hitting him with the barbershop talk. He was just coming every kind of angle, man. He was coming every kind of angle to try to get him to understand the other side. But hey, man, that's up to him. You know what I mean? Chapapa, what you got on this?
Man, first off, I want to say it's great that you guys came together to bring light to this. But to be honest, we're at war. If Kevin Samuels' death didn't show us today that we are at war with whatever race of women and men, because there's been men commenting on it that are basically celebrating. And when I see all this stuff going on online, I think about, I know there's not a lot of religious folks there. When Jesus died and the Romans were celebrating that, yeah, we finally killed the king of the Jews or this and that, or this icon, this hope of the people. Basically, these majority, I want to say 90% of women, 10% of men are mad because he was exposing the game. He was basically bringing light to a situation, like I said earlier, where men can easily get manipulated. And this isn't just a simple case of kill the messenger. They're more attacking the message with the messenger. So with his death, so with the truth teller, there's always the possibility of offending. And Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, was the truth teller. He did his part. He left the library because his YouTube isn't gonna go anywhere. So what they're doing now, they're just bringing more attention to his YouTube channel for those who he hasn't reached out to yet. So it's a sad situation. But like going back to what Dre said, what you say, Richie and Kings. Best way to avoid this: get your passport and get out.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. It's I agree, man, because kind of what you had said earlier, Dre. It's almost like trying to talk to a brick wall. You're talking to a brick wall, man, and men, like if you don't have any responsibilities, like if you don't have like small children or what have you, and anything that can legally you have to be in the United States, get out, get a passport, get out. Seriously. Yeah, man. Salute to Razor Rays.
Razor Ray, shout out Razor Rays in his arms. You got this. How you give Razor Rays a salute? You got him.
I know, right?
Razor Rays. Wait, no, you get the side. Yeah, there you go. That's a salute to Razor Rays. Salute Razor Rays. Luke Casey says we have to do a collab about the passport concept. I just had an experience with a very naive young man who was planning to move to Brazil and Colombia with zero travel knowledge. Yeah, you got to know what you're doing, man. Thank you. And just like people say to me, how come you don't talk about the other side? There is other sides, but that's what if anybody from America gets gamed up overseas, you deserve every bit of it because the game originated in the States. Like if you You can get. I mean, it's easy to get into the tourist trap, and they'll sell you some little bullshit. I agree with that, but I'm saying, but regular game, like people are people, man. You can. When you come from a certain area, you can sense trouble or danger or game. You can kind of sense it, but we ignore it a lot of times.
Right. It's
Go ahead,
not
Jay.
as hard as people think to live a passport life, to live in other countries and enjoy yourself. Many of us, I think about many of us were traveling for the first time to some major countries with our passports, and in many cases didn't know anybody there, but were able to network and maneuver with our American common sense, like Rich is just saying, just regular everyday common sense. This is a good person. This is a bad person. This looks like a safe street. That's not a safe street. And so when we once again, what Richie said, we take from America the fact that there is no lines in the United States, and we try to treat other countries like that, like I go where I want to go, I do what I want to do, and those are the people that pay the piper. But 90% of people that travel, they go back, they leave the United States safely and go back home to the United States safely.
Wow, there you go. Jabs are stiff. Okay, you got to read these last super chats so we can get out of here. Jabs are stiff. Richie Mack and Andre, the American government is worried about Black women living, dying alone without peers, relatives. The phenomenon is called the King Gap or elder orphans. I never heard of that. Jabs, I never heard of that. Y'all heard of that?
Elder orphans.
Huh?
Down alone.
Yeah, you got it on that.
The King Gap.
Gail, quit flirting with your papa. TV. Gail over there flirting with you, Chapapa. I love Gail, man. Gail gives me a comfort. You know what I mean? Like when Gail's around, I just know everything's all right, man. Gail is.
You know who Gail remind me of?
Who does Gail remind you of?
The sister on. Remember the chocolate sister on A Different World?
Yeah.
AJ?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Dawn.
real thick
AJ,
one.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Dawn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She reminds me of Roberta Flack. That's just because I'm old. But I love her voice. You ever hear Gail's voice? She got a little southern twang in there a little bit.
Yeah.
I told you I call her and Luke Hazley Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper gonna be on one of these days. They supposed to be watching my documentary too. They're gonna check that out. Dre, you too. Y'all gotta see it. It's really good. Mark, they did the same thing to Kobe Bryant. They wasn't as mad as him and mad at Kobe. Well, they was for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Choo over here dropping knowledge. Frustrated was the name of the documentary. Okay. Frustrated Black man flee to Brazil. Charles Tyler. There. Okay. See, I gotta see that. Dre, send me that link, please. I gotta see.
Yeah, Charles Tyler was a real one, man. I used to watch all his videos. Yeah, Charles Tyler. Charles Tyler got me hooked to TMD.
Yeah.
And from TMD, I went from TMD to some other guys. I forgot. I'm blank right now, but yeah, Charles Tyler was a real one.
Okay, yeah, that's real good. On a side note, Vitaly, you got to make sure it's my fault because I know we did this randomly. But we got to make sure Gail always gets the link because she can do wonders, but she can't do things with stuff she don't have. So apologize to you, Gail, for not having that. It is Gail. I guess so now we good. Gail, she don't have it. Okay, you got it now, Gail, because you got your papa on. California Kid says Charles was the brother who convinced me to get my passport and head to Brazil solo. Once I started traveling, I never looked back. Travel is life. Yes.
Life.
California Kid is absolutely correct on that one. For real. Make sure y'all subscribe to King of Dreams. King of Dreams, you guys. He was not following, but not under, but he was like, his FLY Flyboy. He was like, in his footsteps, kind of like, and now he's stepping out on his own. He's doing this thing, man. Make sure he has really good topics, interesting topics. What King of Dreams does, I see what you're doing. He's smart. He brings females on his platform because he knows that's going to open up the platform, which is smart. Yeah, and it does. That's a good angle. That's what I'm doing with Corinne. You already know that.
Yeah.
So, Dre, have you met Corinne yet? Was you on? You was on with Corinne. Yeah. Where'd you, Dre? Yeah. That's the secret weapon, like that. We coming with that one. Let me see. Yep, we got that already. Let me just get these last ones down. There's a nonstop disrespect directed at Black men. Damn, Baz, what you got on that?
Hey man, this is everyday. Listen, I'm out in the fields every day, so I'm talking about 24/7. And another side that we don't see, you know, I have a daughter over here. So every day I get up, you know what I'm saying, I take her to school 7 in the morning. So
There you go.
I try to have that, you know, that, and I call it hip hop dad because I'm a hip hop dad. I try to have that me time with her to kind of give her a heads up on, you know, modern women, the situation with women, how to look at men, how to address a man, what's a good man, how does a good man act, behave, and I got to be that example. So you know what I'm saying. So
That's
it's
right.
it's terrible, and also I'm trying to get her out the country. So I'm trying to get her to discover how women are in other countries. You know, you're here with your, you know, with your sister. They got bat wings on their eyes, fake hair on their head, you know, everything. Look, let's go somewhere else where you can see a different type of woman, a different type of behavior, a different type of culture. That way you can wait or two. So when you get back here, you can see the behavior that you're seeing. It's not rational behavior, it's irrational. Then you see
absolutely.
In poor situations. You go to poor situations and they act totally different than, you know, than here. So
Correct.
you know,
Correct.
You know, I got to give a shout out to the plug, Big Boss. He working over there with his vest on. I saw a picture of Boss. He got the bulletproof vest. He over there risking his life, y'all, so he can get to Thailand. He working hard, man. When you got to go to work with a bulletproof vest on, that damn it, you got to give that man some respect.
Well, in Oakland, every black man should have a bulletproof vest on. That's
I know, right?
Wake up with a bulletproof vest.
But he's working in that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Boss. Now I would want to drop the mic and let this be the last comment, but I got a couple more to read. But the Dazzling Urbanite said this. This is Dre. I'm gonna let you respond to this. To openly, I'm gonna let you respond. I'll read it. To openly disrespect
is satanic behavior.
Dre? I agree with him, Dre. I'll take it. If you don't want it, I'll take it.
No. On all actuality, yes, and it was to be expected from my perspective. I'm not surprised. I'm not disappointed. I'm not flabbergasted, mind boggled. I'm not scratching the back of my neck, none of it. I expected these hyenas to act the way that they do. The sad part is that we as men, good men, are acting as if we're surprised at this behavior. Kevin spent 5 years telling us that these hyenas are like this. They're built like this. They walk like this. They were the ones that was calling in talking about, why can't I get that value man? Ma'am. And you know that was Kevin's word, right. ma'am,
yeah.
You're a hyena. I'm sorry. Value men don't take women of no value. Only the women that have value and bring value to the table will get a man that has value and bring value to the table. So these hyenas, I'm not surprised. I would be surprised if the hyena said something nice, said something respectful, and said something prayerful for him and his family. Because this man was a father. Before he was a YouTuber, he was a father. He was somebody's son, somebody's uncle, somebody's grandson. He was a dude from Oklahoma. And at the end of the day, these women, they've overlooked all that. All they think about is Kevin, the YouTuber, and not Kevin Samuels, the man and the father and the son.
But Dre, let me push back on that. The reason why because I hear what you're saying and you're right. But the reason why I'm surprised and what makes this different is that there's death involved. That's why I was saying there's no line. It's like okay,
there is no line.
We don't even draw the line of death.
Yeah.
We don't even draw the line of death, right? So death means okay. See what I'm saying? That's the world. That's what I'm telling you, man. That's insane, Dre. It's insane, and we're acting as if that's normal. That's insane. Satanic behavior.
There's a hyena on trial right now with her husband, known as Johnny Depp. Yeah. We all know she lying, and she would rather see that man in jail and in any other situation than for the truth to come out about who she really was in their scenario. There's a hyena out there with the last name Pickett that has sat up there and incarcerated her man in almost 25 years of hell when all she had to say was, no, I won't marry you. She sat back and married that man when she said, I cried walking down the aisle. And yet she could have told that man, you know what? I still got something for Tupac. I don't want to marry you. But a hyena will imprison you. So if they don't care about your life when you're alive, a hyena dang sure don't care about your life when you dead.
Damn, Dre coming with the smoke. Dre coming with the smoke, bro.
No, it's you know,
and Dre ain't faking, because we was talking before we started, and Dre was actually going in already. Dre, that's what I love about Dre. Like, Dre gonna be who he is. He ain't gonna.
And we're allowing these hyenas to start red tables, Me Too movements, but in the case of Johnny Depp, now it's Me Poo, because who shits on somebody's pillow? Yeah. We like I said, it's a war going on.
Let me give a look.
We got the audacity to act surprised at how they would act at death, and they would treat us like this in the middle of life.
Well, so the thing for me is that I'm not surprised, but I'm just so disappointed. I'm disappointed that those comments are coming out, and really no one is doing anything about it. But as I was stating earlier, if the shoe was on the other foot, we'd be canceled out completely.
Absolutely done with no questions asked. But that's what I mean. See, they'll one thing about women, like I've generally noticed, a lot of women, especially women against pretty women, they get hated on. Women hate on each other a lot of times. They don't get along. A lot of women have more male friends than friends. But what I noticed is women will come together when it's to get back at a man. That's the only time they'll really come together.
They will circle that wagon
they know how to come together,
Right.
So so it is what it is.
And don't let the LGBTQ community friend get into. They'll tighten that ring.
I ain't gonna have that conversation. I'm scared of them. We all scared of them. I ain't saying nothing.
I ain't scared of them.
I am. I'm telling you, I'm scared of them.
I don't live in the States. I ain't getting. They can't come over here bothering me.
Okay.
I ain't worried about
it. Hey, Dre, we'll see how far you take it on your channel.
I take it there. I always take, man. I ain't gonna put no water in it. Man, my water is always clear. It don't come with no mud.
No chaser.
I always bring all the water with no mud.
You want the smoke?
There it is. Okay. Let me get Bruce Ray. Bruce Wayne, one of my favorite Patreon members, man. Y'all got to join my Patreon. Patreon is growing. Check it out. Bruce Wayne says, watching people celebrating Kevin Samuels' death has been extremely cringe. Our basic humanity is highly endangered, and it's extremely discouraging. Other than that, respect to the panel. Yeah, he dropped a little thing, and that's really what it is, man. Bruce Wayne's my guy. Gail at Night, make sure y'all subscribe to Gail at Night. Gail at Night, when you dropping your thing on this? I can't wait to see Gail at Night when she's
live tomorrow night. Well, tomorrow
which will be the morning for me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's morning for me. Strill Life says, salute to the panel. My heart is heavy. I'm still hoping it isn't true. He has so much more to offer and work to do. You're right, Strill, but it unfortunately, as far as once I get confirmation from Gail at Night, because I tried it. I tried Gail. I said, Gail, I'm not being disrespectful, but are you sure? And Gail with a little, a little touch that, I talked about these people, and they confirmed it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, Gail said it is, man.
I just
we hope it's not. Gail also said that. She also said she hoped it's not true. So
I just hope the pictures don't come out, man, because the last thing I heard was that a sister said her husband was a police officer in Atlanta, and he was like on the scene when they went in there and they secured his home before they brought him out. I'm pretty sure, man. You know how they do when you down and out, man. I'm pretty sure I just hope no pictures and all that stuff pop out.
But there's definitely gonna be some pictures. Because number one, they have to take pictures, but it's just, you mean to say you hope there's no leaked pictures? Is that what you're saying?
Like internet pictures. Pictures of him in his demise, man. That's the worst thing. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I think about when I travel. I think about that more so often because, the older I get, the more I try to take care of myself. But it's like, man, I don't want to be handled a certain way because I done seen brothers pass away, like in DR, in certain places. And, man, they get handled like their actual body get handled a certain way. In certain countries, you need to look this up. Certain countries, they will take you 24. Your people have 48 hours to get to you or they will bury you there.
Yeah,
sight unseen. They will bury you in the country. So
you never knew you. Yeah. They got him up out of there though. That's what I'm saying. But that was my point. His body's not even cold, and they going in on him like that. Like he ain't even. Dre was like he ain't at the morgue. I'm like at the morgue. He ain't even at the damn. They still got to determine what happened. You know, like the only thing, because I know a lot of people believe in conspiracies. I try to stay away from conspiracies unless it makes absolute sense. The only thing I can say, if it was a congestive heart situation, he did drink a lot of Red Bulls, and they've warned that Red Bulls can cause problems with your heart. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Conspiracy people, let me know what y'all think. Bruce Rain say Dre forever dropping heat, man. Man, Dre, y'all don't understand.
And
Baz drops heat. Baz drops heat on the mic and on the music. Dre drops heat on the words, man. Dre, I was telling Dre earlier, Dre's like the Eminem of consults and what's name and therapy, because he just comes off the top of his head and says the most prolific shit. Man, y'all better
hold back, no filter.
Yep. Y'all better check it. Y'all better go get
one
your
like somebody just put in the comments saying that Andre must have been through some ish. Actually, my relationship, I have had some of the most amazing relationships with some women in the States. My marriage, no bitter divorce. We're still friends to this day. We were married 14 years. I have no ill will. I probably had one bad relationship in my life. Most relationships I was still cool with after the fact, but I'm still a black man in the same community watching what my other black brothers are going through. So just because I might be having a good moment in my life, I've seen black men that are incarcerated right now because of lies that certain women said. I've seen Karens go and put a lie on her man, and I see white dudes get put in jail because a Karen said something. I've seen Latin dudes lose everything because his Latin wife went up to his job running off at the mouth and he lost his job. So just because I didn't experience, I'm tired of seeing other men going through that.
Facts. And they do over and over again. You know what I love about black men? No matter how much they incarcerate them, put them in jail, call the county on them, child support, black men stay down with their black women. I mean, you know what I mean? They still rock with them. You know what I mean? And I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? It's like, because they put a lot of, not all.
But the one thing that I don't like is the fact that the good sisters get bundled in with these hyenas. As if one sister make it so bad, one apple spoils the barrel. These hyenas make it so bad, so hard for these good sisters to meet these good brothers. The good sisters don't get the door open for them no more because of a hyena. The good sister, she don't get the dates to a nice restaurant anymore and the men dress presentable because of the hyenas. The good sister can't invite a brother to the mosque or to the temple or to the church because of the hyenas. A lot of these good sisters gonna end up alone, not because she ain't a good woman, not because she's not a good mother, but because these hyenas have made it so hard for men to differentiate between, is this a good one? Is that a good one? You 45 years old by the time you discover what a good woman is these days. And it's sad on behalf of the good women that are out there.
Yeah. You see what Reese says, facts. It took him 10 years to rebound from his divorce. I mean, didn't see a 700 credit score for 10 years because what women don't understand, not all women, but some women don't understand, is like men, we process emotions differently because we can't show our emotions. Yep. I can't go to my homie and be like, man, you get your ass whooped, man. You have to hold it in and know how to use it. That's why when men get divorced and they do shit, they kill up everybody in the house and do everything because that's the only way to express their emotion is violence or sex. That's the only time we get a pass to be emotional. So we either go it that way or we go it this way. So it's like, y'all got to understand, man. It's like, it takes a lot out of you, man. My divorce took a lot out of me, bro. It's a quick drink because a woman knows how to hit them spots that nobody else can hit them emotions where they almost make a man do something that could get him put in jail. You know what I mean? Because they will test your manhood. It's like, do you realize if a man tested my manhood the way you tested my manhood, I would be all up in your mouth. I would be all in your chest, but you can't because it's a woman. So you have to take shit that you taught not to take from a man. You got to take it from a woman. And a lot of times they'll press you till you do something stupid so they can boop, 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 911 and hit you, get you twisted up, man. It's a cold game, man. It's a cold game. Divorce, Wayne Hill says divorce costs you around 75% of your net worth. If you have $1, divorce will take around 75 cents. Damn.
Because a lot of times you got to include those attorney fees.
A lot of times, all the time. What you talking about? My wife's an attorney. I was in 4 years in court. They will drain you dry. if they can, but I had a little something for that. I have it. Thank you, Gail at Night. Gail at Night. Y'all better quit flirting with Gail at Night. Gail at Night and Luke Hazley are my girlfriends, man. Those are my girlfriends. Y'all better leave my girlfriends alone. Gail at Night, good. I'm doing as well. Tim Howard trying to slide into Gail's DMs. See, on a lighter note, it's not worth doing about nowadays. It's not just rude. See, the only problem for me with that statement, I am Alex, is like you can't say all black women. Like you can't say all Indians. So that's the only problem I have, because I feel your frustration, but we can never put it on all the sisters, man. We just can't, because they're not all like that. Just like all brothers ain't like that. So we gotta just kind of keep away from the generalization if we can. Subscribe to Chapapa TV, y'all. Chapapa in the building. You see Gail
putting up some Brazil content for you guys. Officially hit 2 weeks here for another month, but it's good enough for me to go back to DR, sell my shit, and head right back. So make sure you guys
you saw what the Fonz did. You know who I call the Fonz, Chapapa?
Who?
The Fonz, y'all call Unc. Y'all call him Unc.
Oh, yeah.
I call him the Fonz because he be cool. Fonz. He be like, hey, man, I ain't going to tell you how to do your thing, man, but what I would do. He's just cool. He's just the coolest dude, man. I just call him I give everybody a nickname. Dre is coach, and he's the Fonz. So that's what's up with that. And they earn their names. They both earn their names. Okay, wait a minute. We got somebody talking like you. California kid said, I sold everything, moved to Nicaragua, November 2021, and it was the best decision I ever made, man. You don't understand. There's a sense of peace. It's hard to explain, man, because I feel bad because certain people just can't leave, and that's what makes me feel. That's why I go so hard with Zoom to Thailand, because I know y'all might not be able to leave, but you're going to go on this ride with me. You know what I mean? That's the whole driving motivation for Zoom to Thailand, because I got a lot of people that's locked up or got baby mom issues, and people that just can't go, and people that I don't know, subscribers, and it just makes me be like, I'm going hard for y'all, because I could just sit here and just do what I do, but it's much more fun. It's like somebody like, I don't know who smokes weed or not, but it's like if you got a room with 4 people that smoke weed, right, and you got some weed, but you don't want to tell them. You go in the bathroom by yourself, smoke some weed, and come outside. Everybody else, you know what I mean? It's just kind of weird, man. It's hard for me to not to share the experience that I have that I want to encourage people to be able to have. I'm not encouraging people to smoke weed. I'm encouraging people to get a passport and go wherever you land. It don't have to be Thailand. Right. It could be anywhere. Because, like I said, I'm coming to see Dre. I'm like, Dre, when do you go? Do you mind saying when you're leaving and coming back, or is that personal? Because
when am I leaving and coming back?
Did you going to Brazil?
Yeah, we actually postponed it. We actually had something that we had to do for me. See, we're working on our first child. And so I had a vasectomy back in the day. I've already talked about this on the channel. I have a vasectomy. So now they've scheduled the reversal during the time period, which we were going to go for the festival. So now we pushed it back a few months. So we're still going to end up going to Brazil and enjoying ourselves. But we just had to push it back because we're trying to focus on having a shorty in a year or two.
Congratulations. You got to practice. You got to practice, Dre.
Yeah, practicing, man.
Yes, sir.
Dre been shooting jumpers along to be Dre been dunking.
Yeah, man. Gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, it's that time. Let's go.
Dre, I might, because I'm about to get on a plane soon. I might try to come see you, man, for like a few days if I can make it make
come
sense.
on through, brother. You are always welcome here.
If I can make it make sense, I would love it. But I need to see Colombia. I can't just go to one place. I need to. How many days would I need to be there, Dre, to be effective? And the reason why I say days,
you might want to ask Kings and Dreams that question. That's a good one because he's about to go on that journey.
King and Dreams, how long you going for?
8 days.
8 days. See?
Yeah. So because I'm gonna be in Cali on Monday. And then I leave Cali Thursday afternoon to then go to Medellin, and then I'm leaving Medellin Tuesday afternoon. The following Tuesday afternoon. So like 8 days.
Right. Okay. All right, King and Dreams. Y'all subscribe to King and Dreams. He's gonna be out there with Dre. I'm thinking more like 4 or 5 days if I can pull it off. Is that enough time, Dre?
Now, how many cities are you trying to go to? Are you just trying to go to Cali, or are you trying to go to a bunch of cities? So
I have to go to Medellin, but I also have to go to Cali where Dre is. Like I got to see the difference in what's what. You know what I mean? I'd like to when I'm at a place.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. That's enough time.
2 and 2 would be cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I need to hear. Because everybody talking about Colombia. I did an episode called Thailand versus Colombia versus Brazil, and my man, Black Man Travels, he put Colombia over Thailand. I got to see that. I'm not saying it can't be better, because the only reason I put Thailand over Brazil is the safety issue. So that's what makes Thailand over Brazil to me. I ain't been to Brazil in over 10 years, but I fell in love with Brazil when I went. I love the DR too, but I heard it's changing. Shout out to Jedi Law. Y'all know them, Jedi Law. That's Malcolm. That's the one who did the episode about women being pregnant. I mean, men having babies and pregnancies and breaking down the stats. That's my guy, man. That's a smart dude, man. Shout out to him. I'm glad I got to see him before I get off of this thing. We about to shut it down, y'all. Y'all catch anything? Y'all catch anything you need to say? Anybody want to say any party words?
You know, just prayers for mine is just prayers for the family of Kevin Samuels, and just want to say that I'm just grateful and thankful for all that he's brought to the table for us to start Black people conversing about relationships together.
Absolutely, man. Because y'all got to understand, man, especially the hyenas. Y'all got to understand, if you got past the tone and just took it factually speaking, if you weigh more than a man, the chances of you getting a woman a man that's high value when he can have all these other options, how is that reality? And then meanwhile, time is ticking, you getting old, you're going to end up by yourself. I mean, this is just basic math as far as I'm concerned. I mean, unless a man has a specific fetish. Am I missing something, y'all? Did I miss something? Barry Hamilton says, these women are witchcraft hustlers wishing bad things on men they can't have or don't want. Hey, Barry dropping some ish there. Yeah. Hey, T-Bob Mufuki, quit flirting with my girlfriend, man. Gail and Night, Luke Cage, them is my girlfriend. Salt and Pepper, that's my rap group right there. Salt and Pepper, that's my artist. There we go. Bruce Rain, that's the cold side of social media. People become desensitized to things we once took days, weeks to reflect on, and now they scroll by things without even taking a second glance. That sounds like something Dre would say.
That's true.
That's so true. Sometimes I read stuff that Dre don't even have anything to do with it. I'll read it and I'll be like, that's Dre. I'll send it right to Dre. Because I hear these words coming out of Dre's mouth.
Yeah, you do.
That facts, Dre?
Yeah, that's true.
Subscribe to Chapapa TV. Y'all subscribe to Chapapa. Black
so
Men
whenever you
go ahead. Wait, let me go back to the
whenever you want to. Yeah, I noticed you mentioned the change going on in DR. That's actually what ran me out of town. So whenever you want to sit down and talk about that, I'd love to fill you in. Definitely.
Absolutely. When's the last time you were there?
I lived there. I was there in end of April.
What part?
In Santiago.
You were in the thick of it. Let me tell you something. Since you lived there, I drove from Punta Cana to Santiago. Drove there. You know, that's every bit of 4 hours.
That's every bit.
And Chapapa will tell you, can't make this up. I'm bullshitting. Chapapa, let him know.
Is he thinking about Santo Domingo?
Santo Domingo. Okay, I'm sorry.
Santo Domingo.
Santiago, yeah.
Santiago's right.
I'm sorry. Santo Domingo.
Yeah, Santo Domingo.
No, wait. You said from Punta Cana to Santo Domingo, that's like 2 hours. Okay.
4 hours.
It's 4 hours.
Yeah, that's like going from LA to Vegas. Yeah. So when you get to Santiago, dude, I'm telling y'all, it's like you in a video game, dude. It's like you. There's no rules. It's like the Wild Wild West. You are in a video game. You just got to get in where you fit in and hope you make it, man. It was. I was really tripping out. I got to find that video of me doing it. I was like, this shit is like a video game. It was really getting it in, man. But yeah, let me see. They was going crack. Let me get to the end. Let me scroll down, y'all. Michael Miller says, "KS, rest in peace." All right, let me see. Tim Howard venting. It's a shame that grown Black women are celebrating the death of a Black girl's father. Ooh, woo! Gail at night. You see that? That's bars.
Yeah.
Tim Howard, you better clip that. That's bars right there. Damn.
Yeah.
Man, Tim Howard, I wish you was the last man. I might have to end with that. That's just
that's what I was. That's what I was speaking to when I mentioned my daughter. I'm like, okay, if something happens, you're dealing with. You can't get away from the woman aspect. We are the ones who brought you here. you gave birth to us. So, just like what Richie's saying, we can't dismiss the black woman altogether because we're together. You can't separate the black man without the black woman. Even if we have our counterparts are not black or black women, you still can't separate because you take your mother out the equation, you're not here. You take your father out the equation, you're not here. So there's no separating us. We got to pay respect, show love, and continue. And whoever our partner is, we got to give them that understanding and that,
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's gold. That's bar. That's a real bar there.
That's bar. You guys, I'm gonna end it with that. I'm sorry, Tim Howard dropped bars. I'm gonna end it with that, y'all. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show one of the several videos I did with salute Kevin Samuels. This is just a drop of it, man. Y'all go check out Chapapa TV. Go check out Big Bass. Go check out King and Dream. Go check out Dre the Coach, man. And make sure to check out Zoom to Thailand when y'all get a chance, man. Salute y'all. Much love.
My parents came from a different
Culturally,
country.
you were taught what?
I was taught, be successful, earn money. This is why my parents came to America. And they were.
And what culture is this?
My family's from Thailand.
Culturally, that's your family, because I can go find a YouTube channel where a man is talking about his Thai wife and everybody's in love.
People gon' say I'm crazy. Don't worry about me, I'm just blazing. My dance moves are excellent and with precision. Get down, baby, you can't stand in a dance competition. Glistening, flashy like a spotlight, shining like a diamond party all night. Tell me you love me, I wanna see the stars. Eyes wide shut, then meet me at the bar. Up on my spaceship, bet you can't catch me. You lames ain't ready, 'cause I'm the greatest. Just sit back and watch me. Yeah. Yeah. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. I'm coming through the room, turn the bass up. Y'all been sleeping on me, better wake up. Put your fly gear on, do your makeup, drop it real low, and pick it back up. Excellent, bustin' with the best of them, simply impressive, no worrying or stressing. I'm getting mine right now. Put your shades on and let me show you how. Up on my spaceship, bet you can't catch me. You lames ain't ready. You ain't ready. 'Cause I'm the greatest. Just sit back and watch me.
What up, Zoom Tribe? I just want to say what an honor it was to have the great Kevin Samuels mention me indirectly in that segment. Shout out to the Steel Curtain for sending me the clip. But then again, how did I know he was actually talking about Richie Mac, L, or Zoom to Thailand? Slow down, Travel OG. Let's hear what the comment section has to say. Either way, K-Sam, if you're watching, I would love to have you on Zoom to Thailand when you have an extra 5 to 10 minutes available, or even an hour. We have a lot to talk about. Sometimes I hear you quote from movies I was actually in. That means great minds think alike. And I would love to take what you and I are doing in these YouTube streets and take it to a whole nother level. Why am I saying this? Because I believe all of us are stronger together. Imagine if the best YouTubers came together and formed an alliance, ostracized the haters, and pulled up all the up-and-coming YouTubers that have the same real potential for greatness.